Yo, I thought I would just do a quick E3 kind of thoughts video because I had all these thoughts about the things going on. I just wanted to get them out, eject them from my brain as fast as possible. So I thought I'd do that real quick. To this point, this is Monday night. I think Square's thing is tomorrow, so who knows what'll be at that. But basically, my thoughts so far, didn't care about anything at EA's conference. Didn't care about anything at Bethesda's conference. Although I never played a Fallout game, and I'm kind of tempted to now that 4 is coming to VR. That could be cool. I don't know. I might try that. Anyway, so that was that for that. However, today, what was today? We had the Microsoft keynote. I thought the Microsoft keynote was boring. I kind of felt the same way last year. I feel like I'm in this perpetual loop of Gears of War and Forza, just over and over and over again. As for the indies and stuff like that, like I looked forward to Cuphead last year, and I'm still looking forward to Cuphead now. So I don't know. No, but really, Forza is boring. Gears of War, I was a huge fan of the first 3, but I just cannot make myself care about the 4th one for whatever reason. I cannot. I don't know what it is. Which I have to say, thinking of Gears of War and just thinking like, man, I was over this and they're making another one. It was so refreshing to see God of War open the Sony keynote tonight, because that was another game that I thought, man, I do not need another fucking God of War game at all. And that opened the keynote, and it was honestly one of the highlights, I think, of the whole day so far, was not only that it looked and played different than God of War traditionally does, but that there were like touching, poignant moments. There were like quiet, human moments in it. It was like the biggest exhale from the previous game. It was, I thought that was kind of the biggest twist of E3 so far, to be honest, is, God of War is such a kind of juvenile series. I mean that in a good way. It's just about ripping everything in half and yelling, but this was a really human thing. It was a really quiet thing. So that really got me. That was one of my favorite things of the whole day. But I'm getting mad at myself. That's Sony's keynote. Ubisoft's thing, I didn't really care about anything except South Park. South Park looked great. I enjoyed the first game. I'm loving that the second game is on the way, and it rips on all the superhero bullshit. I love that. What else? Yeah, so Sony's keynote happened, and it was like no bullshit. It was just like, here's clips and trailers and some gameplay, things like that. I saw a lot of people complaining that they didn't have much of a stage presence, like it was kind of just showing these things in a row, but I had no fucking problem with that, because Microsoft shit was putting me to sleep. Okay, here's the thing that we just talked about, and now let's bring this guy out. And it's one thing to have a demo. A demo is cool, like the Scalebound demo. I should say that about Microsoft's thing, is the Scalebound demo looked awesome. The guys at Platinum, they know what they're doing. So that was really cool. But I felt like all the demos went like 10 minutes too long, and it was like, all right, oh my God, wrap this up. Sony's was exactly just what you, in my opinion, what you want from it. It's just bang, bang, boom. Here's what we're putting out. Here's when this is coming out. Here's this other thing. A lot of things didn't have dates. But the cool shit did. I mean, The Last Guardian has a fucking release date. Oh my God. So anyway, that was amazing. That was probably the greatest moment of the last fucking year. But anyway, Sony's was just, I didn't mind that at all. It was like, let's just get the show on the fucking road. They kind of hit a whole diverse list of shit, and I love that. I think Horizon, seeing that much gameplay was badass. I think that Horizon Zero Dawn, is that what it's called? The setting, the environments, the shit you're doing. I don't know. That game looks incredibly badass to me. Last Guardian, again, great to have a release date, but I already know that I fucking want it, so, no surprise there. But all the VR stuff, is cool. All I wanted to know is, what am I doing with VR when it launches? And now what I know is, Batman shit. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be amazing or not, but, hey, at launch to kind of play around as fucking Batman, I'll do it, whatever. Star Wars in the X-Wing cockpit, absolutely into that. That sounds fun. And then we got a new Resident Evil, and it's coming out in fucking January. That's nothing. That's incredible. So I thought that was really cool. I've seen some kind of mixedness about the new Resident Evil. I'm not. I mean that I have very little faith in that series, but I commend them. That looked fucking nothing like the last Resident Evils. It looked very PT. I see a lot of people voicing their complaints that it looks a little too much like Outlast or kind of any other whatever kind of horror game. But you know what? I feel like that's kind of missing the subtlety in it. In the trailer was a lot of just that kind of classic, like, quirky Japanese direction in a video game, which I think was sorely missing from Resident Evil. I felt like 6 was just and even 5 to a degree. I enjoyed 5, but just was lacking. It was all kind of that Hollywood polished popcorn bullshit, And I felt like this game teamed with a little more eccentricity in just the footage that I saw. I'm waiting for the fucking demo to go up. Got a PS4 right here. Where the fuck's the demo? Capcom, put it up. But anyway, you know what I'm saying about that? Does that make sense? And maybe you picked up on it, or maybe you think I'm crazy. I don't know. But hey, I see a lot of comments. This isn't Resident Evil. They don't even have the tone right. Fuck that. That series needs to fucking move on and stop doing Chris Redfield shit and Leon and all that shit. We need to get away from that and completely reset it. So in that sense, I'm happy because it looks like they did that. Whether it's going to be good or not, that's another story. I mean, it comes out in January. I mean, that's pretty damn soon. Who knows? Anyway, but I'm excited to check that out. At least see what it's all about. Anyway, what else does Sony show? Oh, the other VR stuff. Final Fantasy has a VR component. Maybe that'll be cool. Maybe not. I don't know. The biker game, the Whispery Biker. I don't really care. With all the zombies or whatever. What was that called? My Last Day, or the last call with Carson Daly. I don't remember what the fuck the game was called. But it didn't really interest me that much. I saw a lot of praise for the new Call of Duty footage too, and I that's lost on me as well. It just looked like Space Marine bullshit. I don't care about that. A couple cool sequences in it, but I can't care about it. I saw some people saying the Microsoft press conference was better than the Sony thing. I feel like Sony is the one conference that is showing games where there are people involved who care to tell these stories. Do you know what I mean? Like, they actually have stories to tell. And that's not to say Microsoft was 100% bullshit, but I just feel like it's a lot of meeting quotas versus Sony. I mean, like, we saw Kojima'S game. I mean, come on, that was probably the highlight of the whole damn thing. We saw Kojima'S new game. And I feel like there's an actual want to tell a real story there. It's not something made to meet a holiday deadline or a marketing budget or something. You know what I mean? And I know Sony's got some games that do that. Even Uncharted was probably made to meet some quota somewhere, but I still feel like there were people involved in it that wanted to tell a particular important story to them, along the way of making it. And that's how I feel. I just feel like Sony's got kind of this corral of AAA developers that still care about something like that, and I just didn't feel that from Microsoft. You tell me. Again, the exception to the Microsoft thing is Platinum Games with Scalebound. Scalebound, I love the guys at Platinum. I think they make great stuff. So, that was awesome. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, come on, Kojima had a debut. And I thought it was fucking vindication when he was at that keynote, at the Sony keynote, and they fucking lit up that walkway and he walked down it on back. Come on. That guy fucking deserved all that. That guy crawled through the mud to bring you this trailer for a game that's probably not going to be out for 7 more years. But, hey, I'm patient. Okay, so was there anything else that happened? Hey, you know what? In all honesty, I'm whatever on the superhero shit, but Insomniac making a Spider-Man game. That could be pretty fucking cool. I'd be down to play that. I'd be down to try that. I don't think the old Crash Bandicoot games are very good. They age like shit, and honestly, they weren't that good back then. Just my opinion. I always thought they were kind of janky. But it kind of might be kind of fun to see them remade, I guess, whatever. However, I was excited to, if Naughty Dog made a new Crash Bandicoot. I think that'd be fucking awesome. I think, Naughty Dog is such a great developer; they can do anything at this point. So I thought, yeah, that would be kind of cool to see them do something way out of their comfort zone right now. Because right now they're kind of doing these kind of macho adventures and stuff that I think it'd be cool to see something like that, but they didn't do it. Anyway, other than that, I thought, I thought Sony had the best one. I am biased. I am biased because I have my own interests and stuff like that. So of course I'm going to be biased because I'm a person who has things that, that I like, and that's just the way it is. But that's what I thought. What did you think with the Microsoft thing? Was there a lot of stuff that changed your mind? I do like the cross-platform concentration that they kind of had in the Microsoft thing. I shouldn't be a total hater because I like that. But yeah, a lot of people are just saying, why don't I just buy these games on Windows on my PC than get an Xbox, But I like the new, I think the new Slim looks cool. I just don't see a reason to get it right now. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. There's going to be Square stuff tomorrow. I'm going to E3 at some point. I've been locked in here editing for a long-ass time, but hopefully it will happen soon. I'll be there and see if there's any cool stuff there. Anyway, those are my E3 thoughts right now. Tell me what you think about that, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if it's bullshit, or if it's just sweet as nectar every word. You tell me, and we'll discuss it. Woo!